So this is my review for The Walking Dead Season 10 Episode 4 titled Silence the Whispers. Now if you haven't seen this episode and you want to see this episode, don't watch this review because it's going to contain some spoilers from this episode and probably some from previous episodes. So if you haven't seen any episode from this season, I kind of warn you, don't watch this review. But if you have seen it and you want to hear someone talk about it, stay tuned. We then get a montage for probably about a minute or two of just seeing everyone's lives and how some people are enjoying it, some people aren't. Like we kind of get to see Michonne eating dinner with RJ and Judah, and she's enjoying it. Daryl comes in, and as soon as he comes in the room, he puts on a happy face. We see Ezekiel is also struggling. It's not just Carol who is struggling with all this thing; it's also Ezekiel, because he says in this, like, I completely feel like I always knew, like I knew lately he's lost Carol, Henry, and the Kingdom. But I never actually considered, like, oh yeah, he also lost Shiva, as well as, I can't remember his name, Henry's older brother. I don't know his name, but he also lost him. So I never actually considered it. And then when he sees the place he's lived there for now, he's now lived at the hilltop for a year, and to see that the wall is now collapsed in the hilltop, he's just, this man has completely lost everything. And you can understand now why Ezekiel is kind of going the way he is. He is extremely sad. You can see a bit of depression in him, just because Carol is not the only one who's lost so much. Also, Ezekiel has lost just as much as Carol has. We also kind of get a glimpse of what Lydia's life was actually like inside Alexandria. We see that there's a group of people, like one of the lads who Henry was friends with from last season, and he was friends with the other people that Alpha chopped off her head. He's the only survivor of that small group, so he's kind of angry at Lydia, as well as some other guy I don't think we've ever seen before. He seems like a new enough character, and the woman who screamed justice for the highwaymen in last week's episode. Those three have come together, and they're kind of bullying her, Lydia, in a way, which is kind of messed up, because I think Lydia is about 16, 17 in the show, and the woman who looked like she was in her late 30s, 40s, so she's picking on Lydia just because she lost her friends. She's taking her anger out on Lydia for just because Lydia's mom is who she is, which I see that I kind of understand. Like, I get, just because I get that Lydia's mom killed them, but I don't understand why pick on Lydia. The way they're picking on Lydia is ridiculous. They're like really abusing her. Lydia goes to Negan because Negan is also an outsider, so she can relate to Negan in a way. But of course, Daryl doesn't like that because Negan is Negan, and Negan gives her a bit of advice that if you just kind of just, I think it's something like fully embrace it. So they're sitting there eating dinner, and she just comes out like with a squirrel or a rabbit or something, and she puts it on the table and cuts it open, and they're all going, "That's disgusting. That's disgusting." Like, I'm like, okay, it is a bit disgusting. You're trying to eat dinner and someone just whips out a rabbit like that. But as well, you're in the apocalypse. If you haven't done that, that's amazing. You haven't actually had to do that to survive. But then they leave the room, and then Lydia, I don't know if she was walking home or she was walking somewhere, or because I don't think they actually called her out to go there. But then later on that night, she's walking home, and the three of them come out. The two lads hold her down. I'm like, fucking, they're beating her, like she damages her arm, she's cuts all over her face, and they are beating the crap out of her, and they hold her down, and then the woman kind of has like a shovel or something like that, and she goes to chop off Lydia's house. I'm like, holy shit! And then Negan comes out and he throws her against the wall. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, Negan's here. I fucking love Negan. And then we find out that woman's actually dead, and everyone's freaking out, saying, "Oh, Negan should be killed. He's killing again. We should fucking kill Negan." I'm like, and Lydia is like, Lydia is heartbroken, saying it wasn't his fault. She's on the ground like panicking, saying it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. And Daryl brings her away, and so the woman's dead. The two lads are saying, "Oh, we were just ambushed out there. We were told to come out there, and Lydia met us there with Negan, and Negan attacked us." And you can tell by Gabriel they don't, no one actually believes their story because it is kind of falling apart as they're talking. But then the council has a vote. Everyone, it's actual even, and Gabriel's the deciding vote, but he decides to take the evening. And the next morning they come and they find out Negan has escaped. And I don't know how. Like, Lydia says she was the one who let Negan out. I don't actually believe that. I wonder. Like, of course we're gonna go see. Like, this is major spoilers for the comic books, but Negan goes to a Whisper group. So I imagine he will go there, but I wonder who let him out, because I actually really don't believe Lydia was the one who actually let him out. And over on the hilltop side of things, we kind of get Michonne and a group of other people. I think Eugene and Judith were there as well. They're kind of making their way over the hilltop just to try to help them along the way, just because that big tree fell down outside their wall, so they're trying to help that. And as they're on their way there, they kind of see Ezekiel just on a horse by himself, and Michonne's like, "You guys go ahead, I'll catch up. I'm gonna go see what the crack is with this." So she goes up, and she sees the horse running back towards her with no Ezekiel. So of course she's a bit like, "What the hell happened?" And she sees Ezekiel just kind of standing at the end of it. Was kind of like a viewpoint for like looking at birds. He's just kind of standing there, and she's like talking him down because you can tell he's considering committing suicide. I had a feeling, I'm like, there's no way they're gonna kill Ezekiel off here, but I was also thinking he's lived on past his comic point. There is a chance they might actually kill him here, and it would be kind of heartbreaking to see Ezekiel go out by committing suicide by jumping off. But of course, his comic book, he never lived this far, so there is a chance like Ezekiel is just someone that they can kill at any stage now, just because he does not live this long in the comics. But they talk down, and then Michonne, she says all about her past and like how like even before Andrea she was alone, and she would just kind of like she goes, I'm not gonna kill someone, I'm gonna let it bite me, and went on. And then they're hugging, and then they pull out from the hug, and Ezekiel goes and kisses her. Michonne didn't stop him. But I was like, holy shit, because I knew we seen that in the trailer, but I didn't know. I thought it was gonna be like a dream sequence or something like that. Because I thought like, I know that in the comic books they're together, but I thought that it just seems like an odd fit, just because Michonne is all about she still loves Rick, and it's just very odd. Like, she even says, I haven't kissed anyone who's like above 4 feet in 6 years. So I was like, oh, so she hasn't actually got anyone since Rick. I just thought it was a bit odd to see them two, because it just, even though it felt natural just because of the comics, it just felt also very weird watching it on the screen. At the start of the episode, when I seen Lydia walking around by herself, I was thinking, geez, she really is kind of like an outsider. She doesn't really have anyone, but she does. She's the people she has. Like, she lives with Daryl. I don't know if Daryl and Lydia actually live with Michonne and all them, but Daryl and Lydia do live together, and she's got a very good relationship with Negan. The relationship she has with Negan does seem like a more mature version of what Negan has with Judah, and I really enjoy seeing their relationship, just because they are both outsiders. They can relate to each other so much, so I just really enjoy it as well. The Daryl and her, it's like it's like a father-daughter relationship. Like, even the people spray paint Silence the Whispers on their front door, and you see at the end Daryl is scrubbing all this off, and he's going to go around. They show like Silence Whispers is all over this, and you know he's going to go around and do that just for Lydia to feel safe in there once again. I just thought that was great. A great way to end the episode, seeing like, I seen Daryl scrubbing off, like, oh, he's doing it, and then it kind of zooms off, and we see loads more Silence the Whispers, and you can see people are really getting amped up for the Whisperer War. We get to see Magma's group and everyone there. They're trying to helping out at Hilltop, killing all the walkers, and you see, I actually really enjoy Magma's group, especially because you got Yumiko. I can't remember, I think her name's Connie, who Daryl's kind of got that relationship and building with. I really, really enjoy Magma's group, because in the comic books we never really got to see a massive amount with them. Like, they were there, but they never really did much. But they're actually such a major part of this TV series just so far. I know it's because they didn't have a lot of people, but they've got so many people now, and these people are still major players, and I'm really glad they are, because I actually really do enjoy seeing them. We actually get to see Michonne and Judah kind of fighting side by side, killing walkers with both of their swords, and that was great to see. They get a message down from Oceanside saying, they said they found what are whispers in and around where they found that mask. So they're like, okay, so Michonne, Judah, and the guy, I think his name is Luke, he's also in the Fantastic Beasts movies, they make their way down to Oceanside to go and help and see what the crack is down there. So that was the end of the episode. Overall, I actually enjoyed this episode. We didn't get to see any of the Whisperers at all. We didn't see any Whisperers in this episode. I enjoyed all the drama within the communities and all the conflict that was being resolved, and all the Negan. We got a lot more Negan this season in this episode than we have the entire season, and probably in any episode of last season as well. So I really, really enjoyed that, because I absolutely adore Negan. So getting to see a lot more of Negan is always a great thing. But I'm still debating who actually let Negan out of his cage. My prediction now is Daryl. I think Daryl's the one who actually let him out, because you see when him and Negan are talking, Daryl is kind of agreeing with Negan. He's kind of feeling something for Negan. So I think he's like, people are going to kill him here. I'm just going to let him go and let him just fend for himself out there. So that's my prediction right now. I think Daryl let Negan out of the cage. So let me know down below who you think it is. Let me know what you thought about the episode in general. And as always, thanks for watching.